Picture a world of glittering palaces and thriving ports, Mycenaeans in Greece, Hittites in Anatolia, Egyptians along the Nile. For centuries, these empires traded, built monuments, and seemed invincible. But around 1200 BC, everything changed. Cities like Mycenae, Hattusa, and Ugarit were destroyed in rapid succession. The interconnected world of the Bronze Age collapsed almost overnight. Trade routes vanished, literacy and art disappeared, and a dark age descended. Archaeologists find the same story everywhere: layers of ash, abandoned treasures, and unburied skeletons. This wasn't a slow decline, it was a sudden, violent catastrophe. What could have caused such widespread devastation? This was no ordinary fall, it was a domino effect that toppled entire empires. The world order was wiped away in a single generation, leaving only ruins and mystery. The scale and speed of destruction still haunt historians today. The late Bronze Age didn't fade, it was extinguished, leaving us to wonder, what force could shatter a world so completely? The answer lies buried in the ruins, waiting to be uncovered. This is the story of the Sea Peoples and the end of an age. Let's follow the clues left behind in the ashes. In the ruins of Ugarit, archaeologists found clay tablets, letters never sent. One, from King Amurapi, pleads for help as enemy ships burn his cities. It's a snapshot of terror, a final message from a world collapsing. In Egypt, pharaohs like Ramesses III carved epic battle scenes at Medinet Habu, showing desperate fights against mysterious invaders. These invaders weren't just raiders, they were entire peoples on the move, families in ox carts, searching for new homes. The Egyptians called them the Sea Peoples, a confederacy of tribes with strange names: Peliset, Sheker, Shekelesh, Denyen, Weshesh. They swept through the Hittite Empire and the Levant, leaving destruction in their wake. At Egypt's borders, the last great power stood alone. Letters from Cyprus and Ugarit warn of the threat, urging fortification. The evidence is fragmented: pleas for help, boasts of victory, and the silent testimony of burned cities. Together they tell a story of a world under siege by a shadowy force from the sea. The Sea People's name has echoed through history ever since. But who were they? The Sea Peoples remain history's great mystery. Egyptian records show them as foreign destroyers, but their true origins are unknown. Some scholars link them to the Philistines, Danaans, or even Sicilians, but nothing is certain. They left almost no trace, no cities, no graves, just destruction. They appear, devastate, and vanish, ghosts defined by chaos. Their tactics were effective, fighting on land and sea, overwhelming even the mighty Hittites and Mycenaeans. Egyptian reliefs show them with long swords and round shields, families in tow. This was migration, not mere raiding. Were they refugees, mercenaries, or pirates? Perhaps all three, united by desperation. The Sea Peoples were not the cause of collapse, but a symptom. A human hurricane in a world already unraveling. Their homeland remains a question mark, their faces lost to time. What drove them to such extremes? The answer may lie in the chaos that engulfed the ancient world. Let's unravel the threads. The Sea People's invasions were dramatic, but the collapse was more than a single event. It was a perfect storm. Climate change brought severe drought and famine, crippling empires from within. Starvation led to social breakdown, even mighty kingdoms begged for grain. Famine may have turned migrants into invaders, climate refugees desperate for survival. Internal rebellions erupted as palace economies failed. Some Mycenaean cities fell to their own people. The collapse was both invasion and revolution. Empires rotted from within before being toppled from without. Trade networks broke down, cutting off vital resources like copper and tin. The interconnectedness that made the Bronze Age rich also made it fragile. When one link broke, the whole system collapsed. The Sea Peoples were the final blow to a world already on the brink. The end was sudden, but the causes were many. Civilization's greatest strength became its fatal weakness. So what ended the Bronze Age? Was it the Sea Peoples, climate catastrophe, internal revolt, or all at once? The Sea Peoples were real, their impact undeniable, but they may have been desperate survivors, not just conquerors. Drought, famine, and failing trade set the stage for collapse. Internal unrest weakened kingdoms from within. Into this chaos came the Sea Peoples, accelerating the fall. It was a perfect storm, no single cause, but a convergence of calamities. The evidence is fragmented, the debate ongoing. The Sea Peoples remain an enigma, standing at the threshold between ages. Their story is a warning about the fragility of complex societies. Who were they? Conquerors, refugees, or revolutionaries? The clues are scattered in the dust of 3,000 years. What do you think?